Dorothy Lynch started in 1964. Dorothy had a restaurant in St. Paul, Nebraska, where she served Dorothy Lynch salad dressing, and patrons would come and love the dressing. Loved so much that her son Neil started to bottle it. Well, when he couldn't keep up with the demand, he decided to sell the recipe to someone who could actually take it further, manufacture it, distribute it. My grandfather found the opportunity to buy it from Dorothy Lynch.
He forego the law degree to start selling salad dressing out of the back of his car. That's a type of thing. And he built it to what it is today.
So my dad was a very, very hard worker. Our whole lives were surrounded by salad dressing. We did not take a family vacation that did not involve Dorothy Lynch. Every store we would drive by, we'd go to the parking lot. Dad would have to go in and check the shelves and make sure Dorothy Lynch was there. If my dad wasn't able to come in for family to have dinner, we would go out to the factory to bring him dinner, because he was working all the time. So he spent his entire life building this company. And it's been part of my life, my whole life.
I worked for Dorothy Lynch, or the Tasty Toppings Company, for probably the last it's probably been over 20 years. It's a great product. It's a great company to work for. We're really well known in this area.
We produce our product in Duncan, Nebraska. We have about 14 employees that work on the production floor, and we have some company drivers that distribute the product. It is not some large business. This is a family-owned business.
The roots are local, and it started local, but it has spread out to surrounding states.
Well, I've seen big changes. When I first started here, we had little quart cans that we had, and we had to dump them in a pot, about a 32-gallon pot. We took a spatula and we just scraped the soup out of them, about 42 cans of soup in there, and then the mixers that we have now are 112 gallons, and then everything's done with pumps and automatic and that there, it just goes through a timer, and then all the ingredients come out by themselves, and that, it just 25 batches on a good day, and that's what we make. And I make the spices mostly, and then I set up the oil and the vinegar.
Soybean oil is a major component of what we do because of the way it blends, the way it mixes, the way it provides body. It hit the right mix for us in terms of taste.
Well, the soybean oil, it makes our dressing smooth. To me, it makes a big difference because we tried to make it without oil, and it just didn't taste the way it should taste.
It's locally sourced, and same thing with our our other ingredients, which would be the tomato paste, the soup, and the vinegar and whatnot. It's local source.
Like I say, I've been around it for 44 years, and people ask me, do you still eat it after being around it that much? And I still like it and eat it every day and that.
So the great thing about this product is even if you're not a big salad dressing eater, there's so many different ways you can use it. You could use it as a dipping sauce. I actually would do that. I'll dip vegetables in it.
Somebody from Billings, Montana called and they said, we put it on our pancakes. And we go, okay, thank you for calling and letting us know. But yeah, people just put it on everything.
People grown up with it, and they remember it from their childhood, and it was always around their dinner table. And it just goes generation to generation to generation.
It's here, made in Nebraska. And I think it's one of those pride that Nebraskans have, with Dorothy Lynch. They always associate Dorothy Lynch with Nebraska.
Everywhere I go, and people find out I'm somehow connected to Dorothy Lynch, they all have a story about how Dorothy Lynch is important to them. That kind of sticks with you, and wanting to maintain the legacy.
If they've grown up in Nebraska, I think it's part of them. That's from my home state. That's from my state of Nebraska. And I think it's something they're proud of also.